going to be an offside. They score. Oh, no, it isn't either. It's a penalty. I thought it was an offside, but it's a penalty. And the Vikings have scored shorthanded. So it's to the circle. Another nice move, and he scores. Couple of really nifty moves that time by Justin Gibbons up behind the net. And here's a giveaway. Here's Lavacek with a breakaway opportunity now. Brody with a shot and a score! 6:33 remaining and the Vikings have tied it up.
This broadcast of Stoughton High School boys hockey is brought to you through generous support of these WSTO supporters. Stoughton Hospital, a proud supporter of WSTO programming. Stoughton Hospital is a 2010 Wisconsin Forward Award Master recipient, providing exceptional personalized service. Trusted care close to home. Farmers Insurance, Mike Daniels Agency. Proven history of great customer service. Call to discuss a free insurance proposal and discover if he can save you money. Farmers Insurance, Mike Daniels Agency is conveniently located in downtown Stoughton at the intersection of Main Street and Water Street. The UPS store of Stoughton. You can't do it all at once, but you can do it all in one place. 2364 Jackson Street, next to Papa Murphy's. Crest Funeral and Cremation Services, love and concern in action. The three things Crest values the most are service, service, and service. A proud supporter of WSTO programming. McFarland State Bank, your local, safe, and trustworthy community bank since 1904. Member FDIC.
Good afternoon to you. Welcome to the Mann Center for high school boys hockey here this afternoon. It is non-conference play as the Stoughton Vikings host the Sparta Spartans. Great to have you with us. James Weingard back with you here this afternoon on WSTO TV. And thanks to Derek for filling in for me the other day on Thursday. Not feeling very good, and he did a fine job filling in for me, so thank you to Derek. Today we have non-conference play between the Vikings, who come in at 5-4-0 in the Badger South Conference, which is good for third place, and they are 6-11-0 overall. And the Spartans out of the Mississippi Valley Conference, they are 1-5-0 in the Mississippi Valley, and they are 4-8-1 overall. As you take a look at the Badger South Conference presented by Farmers Insurance, there's a look at the standings. You see the two up at the top, Edgewood and Oregon, and then the middle three are kind of bunched together, and then the bottom two are kind of bunched together. So a very segmented conference standings right now in the Badger South. And we get ready for our starting lineups here for you this afternoon. And this is the first of two games for you today. The Vikings playing now, and then we'll have coverage of Icebergs hockey coming up later tonight, which we'll talk about periodically throughout the course of the afternoon. And right now we will turn things over to our public address announcer for the starting lineups. And we start off with the Sparta Spartans.
Spartans against our Stoughton Vikings. For the visiting Spartans, Sparta Spartans, starting in goal, number 32, Nathan Thompson. At defense, number 6, Alden Spreckling. Also at defense, number 20, Riley Peterson. At forward, number 10, Casey Lenz. Also at forward, number 12, Jack Steinhoff. And at forward, number 56, Caden Baird. Followed by the rest of the Spartans team. The Sparta Spartans are coached by Brandon Perrin and assisted by Johnny Ludico. And now for our Stoughton Vikings. Starting in goal, number 33, Carter Hellenbrand. At defense, number 4, Chad Clark. Also at defense, number 16, Ethan Ebert. And at wing, number 3, Jared Bauer. Also at wing, number 27, James Hansen. And at center, number 2, Cam Versa. Followed by the rest of the Vikings team. The Stoughton Vikings are coached by Chris Rochelt and assisted by Brett Qualley. The officials for tonight's contest are Bill Conver, Matt Morrell, and Don Kirshner. Now we ask that you please rise, remove your hats, and honor the flag with the playing of our national anthem.
Starting lineups and national anthem for you here this afternoon on WSTO TV. The Spartans and the Vikings. Spartans out of Sparta, which is a good 2-hour ride up near La Crosse from here. And I just looked it up a couple minutes ago, and about 129 miles is the travel distance. And the Spartans will have Nathan Thompson in goal this afternoon with a 5.50 goals against average, 85.6% save percentage. And for the Vikings, it is Carter Hellenbrand in goal today as you take a look at the Vikings huddle around Carter. 3-4-0 record for Carter, and he's got a 3.83 goals against average and a 91.3% save percentage. Sparta comes in having lost 4 of their last 5 games, losing to La Crescent out of Minnesota on Thursday, January 18th, 5-4. Lost to the Avalanche 10-0. Lost to Monroe 5-1, and lost to Onalaska 7-3. Their most recent win came on December 27th against Medford, and that was a 5-2 game. Meanwhile, the Vikings had won 4 in a row. Now they've lost 2 in a row, 5-0 against Edgewood on Thursday night, and a 4-3 decision against Sauk Prairie. And the 4 games in a row that they had won, 3 of them were in overtime. So we are underway here from the Mann Center this afternoon, and the puck hung up along the Dashers over on the far side, now right at the Viking blue line. Cam Furseth with it, and now pushes it ahead. That's poked off of Jared Bauer's stick. Coming back is Jack Steinhoff with a shot, and a nice save by Hellenbrand, and we get our first stoppage with 16:22 to go in this opening period. Again, we mentioned Hellenbrand with a 3.83 goals against average this year, 91% save percentage. Junior, 5'7", 135 pounds, as that one goes flying out of the rink, and we will get another face-off coming. Face-off still in the Viking zone, as this one bounces and thrown down to the corner. Sam Wallin with it, and he comes up the near side and will escape the zone as it gets knocked off of his stick by Riley Peterson. They go around to the other side. Wallin waits for it above the circle, chases it back down behind the net. It comes in front and tried to get it to Peyton Montgomery, but it bounced off of his stick and went off to the corner. And there's a crushing blow to Montgomery behind the net. Another one over on this side, right in front, and they try and stuff it in. Could not. Nice job making the save there by Thompson. And now the Spartans break up. They throw it over to the corner for Peterson and around the bend. First to play it on this side is Jack Sanford for the Vikings. Taken away into the corner now. Stopped there. Jack Steinhoff. Steinhoff with it out at the high slot. Puck loose in the middle, bounces off of a couple of sticks and ends up over here on the near side. Austin Sealing tries to backhand it out of the zone, does not. That shot from Steinhoff goes high and wide to the right, and the rebound comes out above the circle, and there's a hit from Wallin on Alex Sprackling. Centering pass knocked aside, comes about to the top of the circle, and that's redirected off a couple of bodies, and Karam's over here to the near side wall. 2 minutes gone here in the first period between the Sparta Spartans and the Stoughton Vikings as they chip this one out of the zone, and the Spartans will go and chase it down. Derek Page first to play it for the Spartans. He'll start the rush up the near side. That was misplayed. Dustin Welke carries it into the Spartan zone. Now out to the top and out of the zone. Comes back out to neutral ice. Backhanded in by Quinn Link. And then they fire it off to the Spartans. It ended up in the linesman skates. They bounded off the boards here. Popped up in the air. It stays in play. And still right along the blue line. Vikings trying to hold the zone. And they cannot. Comes out to neutral where it's then fired right back in. And that's wide of Thompson. Puck along the wall on the far side. Now right up the middle comes 56, Quayton Baird. Baird scoots out to the left, and he was a half stride late getting into the zone, so an offside call against Sparta. Face-off coming in the neutral zone, just outside of the Viking zone, and this will be hung up at the blue line for a moment. Now finally fired in. Bounced off of Welke and out of the zone. And back to the Sparta blue line. There's a giveaway, takeaway. Lavicek with a backhand shot. Kick save made by Thompson. Lavicek still controls over in the corner though. Brody backhand pass. Gets it, well, almost had it back. Puck loose in between the circles. Now out to the blue line. Welke able to hold the zone at the point. Goes down to the circle. He gets bumped from behind. Loses a puck. Gets it back. And centers one. Lavicek in between the circles. Settles it down on the forehand side. Puck got knocked off of his stick. Chad Clark throws it down to the corner, and it caroms back to the side of the net. Welke out off of a stick out to Ethan Ebert, and now the Spartans will be able to clear. Ebert's got it again for a moment, and now a crushing blows. A couple of sandwiched hits over on the far side over there. Friendly fire as well. Lavicek gets muscled out of the play and a giveaway. And that's to Brennan Burkhart, excuse me. Vikings start the rush up the near side. This will be bounced off the wall at the penalty boxes and down to the Spartan end. And that'll be too far in front of everybody. And it crosses the goal line. We get an icing call against Stoughton. And chase back down to the other side. 12:47 time remaining here in the first. Nice attendance here today from the folks from Sparta. Of course, the Vikings draw well at home as well. And now a 2-on-1 break back for the Vikings. And it's James Hansen with a shot and a stomach save for Thompson. And another face-off coming with 12:38 left. Today is Parents' Night for the Vikings. The parents were introduced for all the players and the managers before the game. Face-off won by the Vikings, and the shot goes into the corner. Back out to the point, redirected and in off of Hansen's stick, and the Vikings score first. .431 the time of the goal. And James Hansen gets the goal. Didn't hear the numbers for the assist, which we'll get in just a second.
Goal scored for the Vikings by number 27, James Hansen, with an assist from number 7, Jack Sanford, and number 2, Cam Furseth.
Cam Furseth and Jack Sanford get the assists on the Viking goal from James Hansen. We're under 12 minutes, or coming up on 12 minutes to play here in the first period. And Sanford has it behind his own net. Throws it over to Hansen and out of the zone. Vikings push the issue along a little further. Icing will be called here against Stoughton, and we'll get a face-off in the Viking zone. 11:54 to go in the first. And Hansen with the first goal of the game for Stoughton. Mentioned at the top today that the Icebergs will be in action later tonight. We will have that for you here along WSTO TV for you. Coming up at about 7:15, the Icebergs will be taking on the Badger Lightning, who are winless in the Badger Conference. That pass went behind Jack Sunby. Puck goes back into the Viking zone. 11:37 to play in the first period. Sunby's got it back now. He's 1-on-3, and it's easily discarded out of the zone by the Spartans. Vikings fire it back in. Karams around the corner boards over to the other side. Little backhand pass, not out though, as it spins its way over here to the near side wall. And collected there by Riley Peterson. Vikings knock that pass down. Puck goes through the crease, and a big wind-up blast from Ebert gets knocked over and deflected into the corner. Comes right in front. Nobody home to put it back for the Vikings, though, as they send it back down into the circle. Vikings collect it there, and it comes back out to the point, held in, and now chipped out by the Spartans. And now the race is on the other way. Jackson Bickford with a shot, and that one goes up high and into the glass. Over to the other side now off the rebound. It'll be the Vikings clearing it out in amongst a whole bunch of traffic, and that was Peyton Montgomery flying through the play over there, and then the puck goes into the crowd for a second time. 10:38 left. Face-off coming right at the center circle. Controlled by the Spartans. Steinhoff carries it to the top of the circle, drops it for Quaden Baird, and that pass went nowhere as the Vikings start the rush back the other way. That was Lavacek, and carried in now by Wallin. Wallin sidesteps a hit. He ends up going down anyway. Into the corner. Lavacek lets it go by. Vikings control. Quinn Link had it, and now bumped by Welke over on the far side. Clappens out of the zone. Brought in by Alex Sprackling, and that pass gets deflected over here to the near side wall, and now the breakout comes out for Quinn Link for the Vikings as he gets hammered out of the play by Quaden Baird. Now the puck hung up in the corner as we are under 10 minutes to go. Excuse me, in the first period. Baird into the Viking zone. Sam Wallin has it, plays it off the boards. Linesman gets in the way. And to the top of the circle, it spins there. Link backhands it out, and this is going to be icing against the Vikings. Lavacek wasn't quite ready for the pass as he was coming toward the middle. The pass stayed out on the outside, and so icing against Stoughton. Face-off back to the Stoughton zone, and it comes out toward the blue line. The Spartans hold it in. Goes down to the corner now. Ethan Ebert chases it down behind the net. Comes over here to this near side. Now spins its way to the top of the circle. Back to the corner. Vikings pull it out of the zone. And Ebert, oh boy, got crushed into the boards. Got wiped out. Lost control of the puck. If nothing else, the Spartans are certainly a physical team so far here in the early going. Ebert sends it down to the corner. Chased down there by Jared Bauer, gets bumped from behind. Down he goes. Puck hung up in the wall down there. Now the Spartans able to tip it out of the zone. Ebert has it, flips it high in the air, and played off the base of the boards. And that bounces off the official and stays in. Centering pass gets knocked aside by the Spartans. Baird plays it off the wall and back out to neutral. Vikings send it right back in. Bickford with it now for the Spartans. Comes over here to this near side for Dominic Johnson. And then back down to the corner where it'll be played by James Hansen. Hansen sends it out to the point. Chad Clark can't catch up to it, and the Vikings will have to go and retreat all the way back to their own zone. Clark spins his way around the backside of his own net. Can't get it out of the zone as it's played off of a stick of Jack Steinhoff. They play it around this way. And it comes out to the top of the circle. Spartans will hold the zone at the blue line. 8 minutes left here in the first period. Back behind the net once again. Spartans will bring it around to the other side. Tried to get it in front. Now top of the circle. Shot. And another nifty glove save by Carter Hellenbrand. And he'll hold on. Chris Rosholt, the head coach for the Stoughton Vikings, and assisted by Brett Qualley. Brandon Perrin is the head coach for Sparta. As this one comes out of the zone, they send it back in, delayed offside. Everybody clears out of the zone for Sparta, and this will be across the blue line. Austin Sealing dumps it in the corner, behind the net, and now they'll bring it over here to this near side. 4 players freeze it up along the boards, and now pokes free down to the corner. 7:25 left in the first. Back behind the net, that skipped underneath the stick of Sunby. And now the Spartans will start a rush up the far side. It rolls on its edge. Icing, no, penalty coming up here against the Vikings. I think an interference call against Sam Wallin, but we'll get the official word here. And it is indeed an interference call against Sam Wallin. So first power play of the game goes to the Spartans. The Spartans power play is successful 7.1% of the time. Vikings penalty kill is at 70.7%. Gave up a good number of power play goals against Edgewood the other night. Chad Clark takes a whack at it, sends it off the boards, and Link sends it down to the Sparta end. Lavicek just about beat Thompson, now top of the circle, kick save made, loose puck in the middle, and that comes back out to the middle for Link, and now Clark has it back in his own zone. Take a look at Wallin sitting in the penalty box. Puck loose in the circle, still loose, and that one deflected aside off the body of Chad Clark. Top of the circle now, and back down to the corner, collected there by Casey Lunds. As we tick under a minute to go in the power play for the Spartans, and that's bounced off of Lavicek as he gets bumped out of the play again, and then almost got the puck right back. Lunds had it for the Spartans. Vikings turn, fired out of the zone. Swept aside by Thompson. Wallin chomping at the bit, watching the penalty clock tick down to 30 seconds. Moving inside of the net, centering pass, good save made by Hellenbrand, popped up in the air. They bat it out of the air, side of the net, and now finally the Vikings able to get it out of harm's way in front of the net. They throw it over to the corner with 15 to go in the penalty. Long pass ahead down to the other end. Jared Bauer first to play it for the Vikings, and he will just bring it over to the corner. Austin Sealing there to help out. Dominic Johnson and Riley Peterson and Alden Sprackling for the Spartans. Penalty is done, so we're back to 5-on-5 with just under 5 minutes now to play here in the period, and that shot goes high and wide off of Sealing's stick to the left. Wallin, who came out of the box a moment ago, has it in the corner, now carries it behind the net with on the corner here on this side, still with it, finally poked off of his stick. Sanford moves in, tried to get it on a give and go, couldn't get it to him, and now kicked out of the zone by the Spartans, and Wallin will go and chase it down. Wallin fires it up ahead to the Sanford. Now Bauer spins and into the zone. Sunby with a shot goes wide of Thompson and ends up in the corner off the rebound. 4:25 to play in the first. Wallin has it again at the circle. Poked off of his stick by Eric Avolis. Played off the wall again. Centering pass intercepted by the Spartans. And now Sprackling comes back with it. Sprackling, it may have been an offside that was missed, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt as that's batted out of the air by Peterson and dropped down to the corner and around the backside of the net with under 4 to go. Welke has it on the far side and now cleared out, and a breakaway opportunity for Brody Lavicek. Lavicek lost the handle on it, centering pass, got it to Sunby, and then it's kicked over wide of the margin. Bounced off of a skate, and now out of the zone. Here comes Quaden Baird. Baird with a shot. A slider that is sticked aside by Hellenbrand into the corner. Another centering pass ends up going through traffic. Played high off the boards, back out to the point, cleared out by Cam Furseth, and Furseth kicks it along to himself, pushes it ahead. Furseth can't elude the defense of Derek Page, who finally dislodged Furseth from the puck. Long pass down to the other end, no icing this time. First to play it will be Steinhoff. Steinhoff tried to stuff it in at the side. Off the rebound, comes back out to the point, batted up high in the air by Hellenbrand. Another kick save. Welke goes and finds it on the far side wall. Now cleared out. Here's Quinn Link with it across the blue line. Link overskated it, gets it back. Centering pass ended up going right through the crease. The rebound comes out to Ebert as he bounds it through traffic. That one goes through the slot and ends up here on the near side wall. Sanford, Hansen, other side now. Ebert with a shot. That's a kick save made. Link has it again in the corner. 2:22 left in the first. And an errant pass. Furseth will go and play it for the Vikings in the corner. And he'll get it back again in the circle now. Backhand shot goes through the slot and ends up in the corner. Back down at the Zamboni door now. 2:06 and 5 and 4s. You see the clock ticking down on your screen. They send it back behind the net. Furseth has it once again. Had it taken off of his stick by Hunter Steinhoff. Actually checked that. That was Alex Sprackling. Out toward the blue line. Vikings, or the Spartans, I should say, able to clear the zone finally. Steinhoff with it. Stops at the top of the circle, trying to spin his way out of traffic. And now to the top of the arc, and that is blocker pad save made by Hellenbrand. Behind the net, centering pass comes all the way back out to the point. Held up there. Now they come this way with Sprackling down to the corner with 1:20 to go in the first. Behind the net, Vikings start a rush up the far side, but can't get it out of the zone. Back down to the corner once again. Sanford has it for Stoughton. And Stanford eludes the Spartan defense, comes up over here on this near side, but it is out. And this is Quinn Link with it, and oh boy, the official got
1 minute left in the period.
bumped in the wall. Less than a minute to go in the first. Sealing holds his own for a second, comes back out. Peyton Montgomery took a whack at it. He couldn't do anything. And now sent in by Noah Zimmerman. And behind the net, Vikings start a rush again. This is Wallin up the far side. Now comes to the middle. Wallin gets double teamed, lost control on it, centering pass, and another shot. And that one steered aside again by Thompson with 30 seconds to play in the period. Loose stick over in the far side corner. Wallin from above the circle. That shot goes whistling through. Now Sanford with it, and back down to the corner with 20 to play. They tried to get it back in front. The puck hits that loose stick over there. Don't know who's, apparently somebody on the bench is sans stick at the moment. And now Wallin has it with 2 seconds, one, and that's the way the first period will come to an end. So the Vikings will take a 1-0 lead into the first intermission off of James Hansen goal at 4:31, and we'll take a timeout and come back. Second period coming up. This is non-conference boys hockey on WSTO TV. We welcome you back now to the Mann Center. James Weingard with you on WSTO TV. It is 1-0 with the Vikings leading over the Sparta Spartans. And in that first period, it was James Hansen getting a goal at the 4:31 mark. As we take a look at that, and there you see the tail end of it. It was a redirect off of Hansen's stick, who had set up at the top of the crease. And so it is 1-0 with the Vikings in front. Stoughton Hospital stats report now. And shots on goal and saves pretty even through the first period. There they are. 1-0 in the goals department, of course, and shots on goal. 11 for Sparta and 9 for the Vikings. 8 saves for Thompson and 11 saves for the Vikings Hellenbrand. Just the one penalty in the first period for 2 minutes. And that's our Stoughton Hospital stats report. And we get ready for the second period. Nice to have you with us here this afternoon on WSTO TV and WSTO Online. When talking with one of the parents before the game today, they said that through work, he goes to Germany and kind of all over the country and things like that, and has watched our broadcasts online, sometimes at 3 o'clock in the morning, depending upon where he is. And so that's good to hear that we're providing that service for parents and friends and family across the country and again around the world to keep up with the Stoughton Vikings and of course the Icebergs on the girls' side, and there's a way to do that. If you're at home, you can watch us on channel 981 online. It's WSTO.tv, Facebook.com/WSTO-TV, and you can also send us some tweets at WSTO TV on Twitter. And off we go for period number 2. Vikings send it in. Jared Bauer got bumped underneath the chin by an elbow, and none the worse for wear there. Spartans cleared out of the zone, comes out to neutral down here in front of us. And now into the Viking zone as it goes around the backside of the net to the other side. Bauer had it. Cam Furseth clears it. Got held up for a second. Bauer quickly back to try and get a rush on, and Alden Sprackling got sent flying. Hansen turns and hammers it into the Sparta zone. Goes around the backside of the net and emerges over on the far side. Jackson Bickford out to neutralize, and now Quaden Baird with it. Baird from the circle, and that shot goes high and wide. And now over to this near side, bounding its way through traffic was Riley Peterson. Comes out to neutral. Now Jared Bauer catches up to it. No, he doesn't either. As Thompson comes out of goal to play it, tried to center it, bounced off a body and ends up ricocheting right back into the corner. Got a whistle stopping play, and it's going to be a cross check. So we will see who the guilty party is here. And it will be Alden Sprackling going in for Sparta. And so the Vikings will have their first power play of the afternoon. Vikings power play this year, 6.2%. And the Sparta penalty kill, 74.2%.
Spartans, number 6, 2 minutes for a cross check.
Turnaround shot, tried to get it to Lavicek, who'd set up at the side of the net. Back out to Wallin, who holds his own at the blue line. Into the circle now for Quinn Link. Wallin out at the point. Wallin moves toward the middle, and the shot goes high and wide to the left. 1:21 to go on the power play for the Vikings. Now puck spins through the middle, and the Spartans will clear it out. Ellenbrand comes out of goal to play it. Wallin has it. A little over 2 minutes gone now in the second period. Wallin eludes traffic into the zone. Wallin drop pass for Clark, overskated it, and now it'll be set up by Sunby. Stick save made by Thompson, and Link trying to fish it out from the base of the boards. He does, behind the net, emerges on this side. 42 seconds left in the penalty. Sunby still with it. Now a shot, save made, rebound lifted high into the ceiling. It did hit the ceiling. I can't see it because there's a big fabric tube in front of me. But it did go up into the rafters, so we will get a face-off in the Sparta zone with 30 seconds left in the man advantage for the Vikings. Face-off drawn toward the corner. Clark, backhand pass to Sanford, comes out of the zone, and it goes all the way down to the Viking end. Ellenbrand will be first to play it. .15 seconds left in the penalty. Puck cleared out again by the Spartans. Vikings retreat and pick it back up, now at neutral. This will be sent across to the other side. Penalty is done. Both teams are back to full strength, and we stay 1-0. At the circle, it's Steinhoff toward the middle, played off the glass, and now out of the zone. And it's Bauer with Hansen on this near side. Bauer swung and missed on the shot. Steinhoff into the zone for Baird. Baird from the circle. That may have caught a little piece of Hellenbrand's glove as the rebound comes out to the blue line. Flipped high in the air again, and it bounces at neutral. Bauer, Sanford, now Clark with it. Onside play, goes down to the corner. Vikings get a line change here as we approach 13 minutes to play in the second. Back out to neutral now, and Wallin will go and chase it down. Quinn Link wasn't ready for the pass. Welke has it now into the Sparta zone. Shot, save made, and covered up by Thompson. .12:50 to play in the second. Face-off coming in the Sparta zone. And this is back out toward the blue line, and now to this side for Wallin. Down to the corner. And out of play. Face-off coming outside of the Spartan zone. And it's Lavicek bringing it in, and then he gets a hit up high. Loose puck, and now taken by the Spartans back out through neutral. It'll be collected over here on this side by Riley Peterson, then taken off of his stick as the puck slides back down to the other end. Link sends it down wide of the net, gets it back in front. Nobody home though. Parker Milbauer with it at the top of the circle. Lavicek again at the sidewall. Lavicek picks his way through, and a rising shot with a save off of Thompson's chest. .12:10 to go, second period. Only goal tonight, or this afternoon, has come off the stick of James Hansen, and that was off of a redirect. And that was Hansen's 8th goal of the season. Team leading 8th goal of the season, by the way. And this will be icing against Sparta. He and James Hansen and Nolan Staplefeld had been tied for the team lead in goals scored at 7. But now Hansen takes the individual lead at 8. Face-off in the Sparta zone after icing was called. And the Vikings have it. Kick save made off the shot from the circle. And off to the corner. Austin Sealing battles for it. And he picks his way through and gets the puck. Tried to get it to the middle. Ebert with the top of the slot. And that shot hit a body, and Karam's off to the right. Back out to neutral and out to the Viking end. Hellenbrand to play it, and almost gave it away behind his own net. Bickford on the far side. Now that centering pass taken by Ebert. Here come the Vikings. Ebert across the blue line. Sends it behind the net to the other side, and that'll be cleared out by Sparta. Jack Sanford collects it for Stoughton. Sends it back to the blue line. Sparta holds his own, picks his way through traffic, and now played by Sunby out of the Viking zone back into the Sparta end. Sealing lurking as the puck comes back out to neutral. A 2-on-1 now for Sparta, but that pass went a little bit in front of Quaden Baird down to the corner. And it goes to Wallin up the far side, but not quite out. Now it is out. And back into the Sparta end. 10:47 to play in the second. Alex Spreckling down to the corner and behind the net. Stops there. Centering pass. And that tried to get it to Bickford, but got his stick interfered with. That shot from just inside the blue line and off of the stick of Alden Sprackling goes wide, and that one high over the crossbar. Wallin will start a rush up the far side for the Vikings. Gets hip checked into the walls, spun down. Now Sparta starts back the other way into the zone, pulled in by Steinhoff, and a bounding puck loose, and it goes in off the right side, off the rebound, and Sparta has a goal to tie it up at 1. So Quaden Baird gets the goal. Jack Steinhoff and Riley Peterson with the assists. And with just under 10 minutes to play, it is now 1-1. Cam Furseth has it for the Vikings. Tried to center it, skates got in the way. Puck at the bottom of the circle. Played off the wall far side. Now Bauer with it. And not out of the zone. Bauer's got it back. Shot, that got knocked down. And finally it slides out of the zone and onto the stick of Casey Lunds. Vikings have it back in their own zone. Now James Hansen, who has the only Viking goal tonight, sends it into the Spartan zone. Bauer has it behind, chased it in the corner. Now to the other side, Chad Clark sends it back behind the Sparta net. Ends up in the corner here on this side. Furseth tracks it down. Bauer, and a blast from Ebert. That's a save. Another shot, another save made. That one off of Bauer's stick. And a stoppage here with 9:03 to play. Both teams with one penalty thus far tonight. Coming in through the first period, Hellenbrand had 11 saves, and Nathan Thompson had 8 for Sparta. And at the moment, we are tied at 1 with 9:03 left in the second period. Spartans break out with Alex Sprackling. Now Jack Steinhoff. Steinhoff with a shot. And a big collision at the side of the net. Quinn Link now for the Vikings. Link, nice pass through the middle to Brody Lavicek, and he puts it home. Vikings come back with a goal, and it's now 2-1. .8:17 time of the goal. And the Vikings take the lead back now. It's 2-1. Quinn Link and Dustin Welke get the assist on the Brody Lavicek goal.
Lavicek with an assist from number 17, Quinn Link, and number 12, Dustin Welke.
8:24 to play in the middle period. It is now the Vikings leading 2-1, and here they come again. Lavicek again. Lavicek with a shot and a save made by Thompson. Link has the rebound on the far side. Lavicek pushes it back to himself to the middle, and he shoots just wide to the right. Comes loose over here to the corner as we come up on 8 minutes to play in the second. Out to neutral. Sanford plays it off the wall into the zone. Welke in the circle, back out of the zone. Icing will be called against the Spartans. And we'll get a face-off in Sparta's zone with 7:44 to play. Face-off in the Spartan zone after the icing call. And this will be drawn down to the corner. Spartans collect it there with Alden Sprackling. And this will be held in by the Vikings. Sunby. And he saves it again. Drops it down toward the corner. Chased down by Riley Peterson. And he plays it off the boards. Not out. Ebert has it in the middle. Just feathers it down toward goal. And they tip it over here to this near side. 7:19 left in the second. Held in again. This time by Dane Sutton as it goes around to the other side. And Ebert gets hung up with 1, 2, 3 other players. Eric Avolis checks, throws it out to neutral, and Casey Lunds sends it into Hellenbrand's midsection, and he holds on as we just go under 7 minutes. And another face-off coming, this time in the Stoughton zone. Right into the middle, and Hellenbrand covers it up again off the face-off. And 3 seconds elapse. We'll re-rack and try again. Another shot. Hellenbrand, that time the shot came up high on him. He was able to get his glove up and knock it down and then cover it up. And then another 3 seconds gone. This time the faceoff won cleanly by the Vikings and out of the zone. Cam Furseth has it. Long pass, tried to get it to Hansen, but it was intercepted by the Spartans. Now Wallin sends it in. He's down in the corner. Back over to the near side. A couple of penalty coming up here. Referees may talk about this, or that may be a check from behind. We'll see what they say. Okay, so Sparta will get a penalty for elbowing. And the Vikings will be on a power play for the second time tonight. .6:32 to go in the second. Here's a shot that goes wide to the right. In the middle, and still loose between the circles. Sealing, little backhand pass shot, popped up in the air and over the net. Now Link with it, out to Wallin. Wallin with a slider, backhand shot again from Sealing, still trying to stuff it in at the side, and finally Thompson able to get a handle on it. And we get a stoppage here with 1:35 or 1:36 left in the power play. Faceoff drawn back to Wallin, and Link lets it go by down to the boards behind the net, and now chased over here by Brody Lavacek. Send it around to the other side, and it comes out of the zone as Wallin will retreat. And now Quinn Link with it. Link across the blue line, across to this side now. Sunby settles it down, bounding puck right in front, still loose, and then a big hit dislodges the puck, or dislodges the net from its spot, and we get a stoppage again with 5:39 left. Faceoff taken behind the net, and a big smashing blow over there. Crumples Alex Sprackling. Bounding puck off the wall over on the other side, comes back out to Ebert at just inside the blue line. Ebert winds up for a shot, and that missed to the right. 45 seconds to go in the penalty. Tried to get it back in front, ends up over here in the corner. And now a shot from Sanford. That bounced off of the inside of Hansen's knee, and he's in a bit of distress, so he's going to skate off. Now a 2-on-1 shorthanded opportunity the other way, and that bounces off of Hellenbrand's shoulder. Under 5 minutes to go here in the second. 15 left in the penalty. Ebert gets muscled out of the play and back into the circle. Sanford, and now Chad Clark has it. Penalty is done. Clark with it in the circle, brings it down to the corner, stops there, and poked to the top of the circle. And now the Spartans just clear it out with Sanford chasing it. and it comes back out just outside the zone. Long pass through neutral, and this will be taken by Quinn Link. Link back pass to the blue line, but it did come out, delayed offside, and now it does come back out to neutral where Lavicek has it. Under 4 minutes left here in the second period. Quinn Link chases it down for the Vikings. Lavicek has it now across the red line, across the blue line, poked off of his stick. Dustin Welke with it now into the corner. And Welke right in front for Link, and it gets deflected off of a stick over here to the corner where Lavicek picks it up. Lavicek behind the net, and still with it to the circle. Near side, Link finally settles it down, hits the side of the cage with his shot. And out to Milbauer. His shot goes sliding just wide to the left. Penalty coming up here against Sparta. And at the side of the net, Vikings have an empty net down on the other side. Sparta finally touches it. It's going to be another elbowing call. Alex Sprackling goes off for an elbow. And so the Vikings on another power play with 3:10 to play in the second. Face-off drawn out toward the point, held in there by Sam Wallin. Sundby takes a shot, hit more ice than puck, and the Spartans clear it out. Ellenbrand plays it from behind his own net, and Wallin pirouettes his way, tripped, down he goes. Now the side of the net goes behind, and that bounced off of the stick of Casey Lunds. Sealing trying to get it toward the middle. Austin gets bumped into the wall. Lavicek trying to collect it as he goes by. Sealing into the circle. Now out to Sundby, top of the circle on this side. His shot spins its way to the side of the net, and Thompson steers it aside. Over to the other side, Lavicek, or beg your pardon, that was Austin Sealing with it, and that pass goes off of his stick and all the way back down to the Viking zone. A minute left in the power play, 2:10 to go for the second period, and Sam Wallin up the far side gets bumped and into the zone. Top of the circle, here's a shot, blocker pad save made, loose puck between the circles, and the Spartans will clear it out. Sundby with it behind his own net. Long pass ahead to Chad Clark, dropped it for Hansen, and now behind Sundby. Clark with it at the top of the circle. His shot, save made off the stick of Thompson, and Quinn Link chases it in the corner. 20 seconds to go in the penalty. Here's a shot, comes up high, and right in front, Link save. And the rebound goes in, and the Vikings have a power play goal. Chad Clark gets the goal, Quinn Link, and Brody Lavicek with the assist.
Power play goal scored by the Vikings, number 4, Chad Clark, with an assist from number 17, Quinn Link, and number 24, Brody Lavicek.
Now 3-1 Vikings with the lead. Played high off the glass, and it drops back down on a delayed offside here. And now they finally blow the play dead. So 56 seconds left in the second.
And 1 minute to go in the period.
We have a face-off coming outside of the Stoughton zone after offside is called. 2 goals by the Vikings in the second period have given them a 2-goal lead after the Spartans tied the game with 7 minutes gone here in the second. Austin Sealing with it for the Vikings. Drop pass for Sunby, and a nice glove save that time by Nathan Thompson. And a face-off coming with 43 seconds to play in period number 2. Face-off kicked into the boards behind the net. Sunby with it, tried to get it in the middle, and did, but the Spartans intercepted it. And it's going to be Jack Steinhoff over to this side for Baird. Shot, that goes through the crease, and the rebound comes back out to the point, where it's held up there by Derek Page. Centering pass goes through the slot. 20 seconds to play in the second. Sanford lets it go behind the net. Centering pass, nobody home. Out to Page again, over to the other side. Swing and a miss on the shot, and now out to neutral with 10 seconds left. Offside will be called here with 7 seconds to go. Face off at the center circle with 7 seconds remaining here in the second. And this will be back into the Sparta zone with a big hit down below us. And that's the way this second period comes to a close, with the Vikings recapturing the lead at 3-1. We'll take a timeout, come back, third period coming up. This is high school boys hockey non-conference play on WSTO TV. Welcome back to the Man Center. James Weingart with you on WSTO TV. It is great to have you with us tonight as the Vikings lead over the Sparta Spartans by a score of 3-1. In that second period, there were 3 goals. Quaden Baird had a goal at 7:01 to make it 1-1, and then Brody Lavicek and Chad Clark scored. We take a look at all 4 goals from this game so far. And there's the redirect from Hansen to get the scoring started at 4:31 of the first. And then there's the putback on the only Sparta goal of the night. Next up is Lavicek, who puts it in right there off of a redirect on his stick. And that made it 2-1 at that point. And then on a power play, there is a great look at it from ice level as Chad Clark was able to get it past Nathan Thompson. And that is where we stand now. Clark's goal, a power play goal to make it 3-1. And the Stoughton Hospital stats report comes zooming in with the gears, and 3-1 our score. 32 shots on goal now for the Vikings, 23 for the Spartans. 29 saves for Nathan Thompson, 22 saves for Carter Hellenbrand. Penalties, Sparta 3 for 6, and the Vikings have 1 penalty for just 2 minutes. So we head to the third period now. Vikings looking to maintain this 3-1 lead. And we have a bit of a delay here to let some of the water refreeze on the ice. They lay a fresh layer of water down, of course, with the Zamboni in between periods on the resurfacing. While we have a second here, let me remind you that we have girls hockey coming up later tonight as the Icebergs will play host to the Badger Lightning, and that game will be a 7:15 start here on WSTO TV and online. Hope you join us or stay with us for that. So we'll have a little time in between the conclusion of this game and the start of the girls game. And there's a way to find us online, channel 981 on TV. WSTO.TV is our website, and you can also find us on social media with Facebook.com/WSTO TV and on Twitter @WSTO TV. So are still in a holding pattern here as the officials wait to let some of the excess water freeze up. We've seen it a couple of times in the last few games where right at the beginning of the period, if they go too fast, the puck will just find a water spot and literally just stop on a dime. And apparently they have deemed it sufficient to play, and off we go. Make it third period now for the Vikings and the Spartans from the Mann Center here tonight in the first of two games. Jack Steinhoff lost the puck. Riley Peterson across the ice to the other side, fired in, right in on Hellenbrand. He'll hold on to it, and with 20 seconds gone, we'll get a face-off in the Viking zone. Off the face-off, the Spartans able to hold the zone. Comes down to the corner. And now at the side of the net, they move it in front, and that was just out of the reach of Bickford, who had looked to try and put it back in. Quinn Link has it, or beg your pardon, Hansen has it for the Vikings, who had the first goal of the night for Stoughton. Now Bauer with a shot, and that bounces off of a skate and goes up and out of play. So face-off coming in the Sparta zone with 16:10 to go. Sparta, if you weren't with us right at the beginning of the game, they are out of the Mississippi Valley Conference, about 130 miles away from Stoughton, up near La Crosse. There's a shot, save made, and the rebound comes back out towards Sanford, who sends one in wide of Thompson. And now the Spartans have it behind the net. And there's a giveaway to Lavicek. Loose puck over here to the circle and now into the wall. Quinn Link sends it down further. Dustin Welke lost an edge. Down he goes. Still working diligently from his backside as he tried to chip the puck out of traffic. And now all the way down to the other end. Sam Wallin sends it around to the near side. And Quinn Link will start the rush for the Vikings. Quinn up this near side, lost a handle on it, bounds it off the boards. Now it is Lavicek with it. Link right at the blue line, able to hold the zone. Bounces it off the corner boards. Welke lets it go by. Took the business end of a check down in the corner. Quayton Baird sends it down to the boards at the end for the Spartans. Centering pass, and that's knocked aside. And it goes into the bottom of the circle. Now Sprackling overskated it. Still loose in the circle. Now picked up by Welke. And it bounces off the boards. Poked along by Sunby. Derek Page sends it through neutral. And Chad Clark will be first to play it for the Vikings as he throws it high off the glass. Here's a centering pass. That's batted away. Page with another shot. And Hellenbrand with a nice save. 14:28 to go in the third. And a penalty call too, by the way. Jack Steinhoff goes into the box for an elbow. Never saw the call. And so the Vikings will be on a power play as we'll get a face-off back down to Sparta's zone here. So Vikings power play now. And the face-off is taken by Lavicek into the middle. Lavicek, nice move with a shot and a score! Brody Lavicek with his second goal tonight. 2:35 time of the goal. And the Vikings have their second power play goal, and it is now 4-1. Quinn Link gets the assist on the goal. And the Vikings back in the books again. They scored first, and then Quaden Baird got an equalizing goal. And now the Vikings have scored 3 straight, dating back to the second period.
Goal scored for the Vikings by number 24, Brody Levichak, from number 17, as an assist from Quinn Link.
Sam Wallin gets the puck out at neutral ice and carries it in. That's an offside call, as Jared Bauer was way into the zone before the puck was. So offside against the Vikings, face off outside of the Sparta zone. Vikings looking to improve on a 6-11 overall mark on the season. But in the Badger South Conference, they are 5-4-0. With the next time we see the Vikings against the second place Oregon Panthers, which will be in 10 days. Backhand shot from Cam Furseth goes wide. Poke back out to neutral, and now across. Here's a shot, save made, loose puck, and it'll come to the near side wall. They drop it down to the corner. Sanford has it. And a centering pass never got in front. Now it does, but it goes through the slot. Hansen has it over on the far side, and that's played off the wall and into the zone. And Bauer again, a couple of steps in front of the blue line as the puck got there. So another offside call. And this time it's going to be into the Viking zone for the faceoff. Backhand pass down to the corner. It skips over to this side for Dane Sutton and into the circle. Bounding puck right into the glove of Hellenbrand. Sets it down for Sutton. We're under 13 minutes to play, and a giveaway right in the middle, and that hit the outside of the cage and goes over to the corner. To the middle again, and the Vikings just flip it out of the zone, and the race is on. Sparta wins that one, and quickly coming back now is Alden Sprackling. Sprackling across the blue line, and finally lost control of it, and the Vikings lose it right back. Comes back out to neutral, where Jackson Bickford sends it across to Baird, and then back to this side for Steinhoff. Spartans send it in. 12:10 to go in the third. Vikings in front 4-1, and we have a penalty coming up. Another elbowing call. And Sam Wallin goes off for the Vikings this time for an elbow. So Sparta on a power play. That's, I think, the fourth consecutive elbowing penalty we've had out of the 6 called tonight. Vikings clear the zone.
Penalty on the Vikings, number 10, 2 minutes for an elbow.
We are under 12 minutes to play in the contest. Sparta brought it down. Vikings say not at the moment, and they fire it back into the other end, and this one comes right in on goal, so icing waved off. Ebert turns and fires it out, and that goes right to Nathan Thompson off the carom from the corner boards. 1:23 left in the penalty. Pass to the middle, and that'll be to Noah Zimmerman. Zimmerman gets pushed out of the play by Ebert. Get it to the bottom of the circle, and now they'll come over here to this near side, try to get it in front. Spartans should be able to hold the zone with Derek Page out here at the point. They do. Shot in on Hellenbrand, makes a save right in front, and they couple of shots at it right from the crease, and somehow it stayed out. Side of the net again, and now we've got a penalty coming up, and we may have an injured Viking player who's face down on the ice. Ethan Ebert is the injured Viking player who is slow to get up. And this is going to be a Sparta penalty. But the question now is going to be if it's a 2 or a 5 or some combination thereof. So it's going to be a cross check. And now both penalty boxes have a player in it. And we are 4 on 4, as you see, for another 45 seconds.
2 minutes for cross check.
Austin Sealing sends it back to the Sparta blue line. And now they'll start a rush. Sprackling across the Viking blue line, stops in the circle. Centering pass intercepted by Sealing. And Austin trying to get around traffic. He does. Has help in the middle. He'll take it himself, though, with a shot and a save. And then Alex Sprackling got knocked down, and he's slow to get up. 10:23 left in the third. 16 seconds to go in the Viking penalty, and 1:26 left in the Sparta penalty. So that's why we're 4 on 4 for another 16 seconds. As you see, Wallin in the small box on the left. He's in the Viking penalty, of course. Viking penalty box, I should say. Derek Page has it for Sparta, and the centering pass goes off the stick high and wide. Penalty is done to Wallin, and now it is a 5 on 4 power play, and Wallin has it ahead of the pack. Wallin trying to poke it in from the side, but could not. Thompson able to steer it aside. Sunby with a shot, and that hits the outside of the post and caroms off to the corner. Back to neutral, and Wallin has it again with 9:44 to play in the game. Sunby at the high slot. Shot gloved down by Thompson and hacked out by the Spartans. Wallin plays it for Stoughton. Long pass, bounds through neutral. Hansen settles it down in the slot and to the circle. Shot, kick save made by Thompson. Sparta will try and clear here, but the Vikings' tenacious defense not allowing that for the time being. Now it comes out. Chad Clark with it on this side, and an offside call. 9 minutes even to play in the third, and the Sparta penalty is down to 3 seconds. Jared Bauer with it. Penalty is done. Sweep it off to the corner, does Thompson, or off to the sidewall. And now into the middle. Cam Furseth spins his way back to Bauer. Now Dane Sutton with a shot, and right into Thompson's stomach. 8:41 to go. Face off in the Sparta zone. Four players spin each other around a few times, trying to get the puck out of there. Hansen drops it back, and now over to Ebert, plays it off the boards. And Furseth can't clear the zone, and a shot, and a nice glove save again by Hellenbrand, just reached up above his head and picked it out of the air. Face off in the Viking zone here. 4-1 our score. 8:17 to play in the third period. James Weingard with you tonight from the Mann Center in Stoughton as the puck goes wobbling into Hellenbrand, and he just covers it up with his glove, and another face-off coming. Stay with us later tonight as the Icebergs play host to the Badger Lightning
That game starting at about 7:15 tonight on WSTO TV. Hope you stay with us for some girls hockey later on. As Bauer has it, poked off of his stick, and the Spartans not able to clear the zone, but Bauer just turns and fires it out on his himself. Wallin with it, and he wipes out one of the Sparta players. And that is icing against the Vikings, so face-off back down to Stoughton zone. Sliding shot in on Hellenbrand and able to make the save and cover it up again. Looking ahead for the Vikings, they are at Kenosha next weekend, next Saturday, the 27th. That's a 7 o'clock start in Kenosha. And then home against Oregon to wrap up the home portion of their season, as they will be on the road for the last 3 games. At McFarland on February 1st, at Monroe on February 6th, and then at Viroqua on the 10th, and that one goes into the crowd. So after tonight, we will have just one more boys game, and after tonight's girls game, we'll have just one more girls game as well. Face-off coming outside of the Viking zone with 7:18 to play. And this goes into the Viking zone, comes out now. This is Quinn Link. Lavicek with down the middle. Centering pass got knocked away. And into the circle. Now the Spartans will come out with it. And stood up nicely as they tried to get the puck back toward the middle. Under 7 minutes left. Jack Steinhoff got knocked out of the play. Side of the net, they'll go to the other side. And then in the middle. And that is directed off to the near side wall. One-timer from the top of the slot. And that goes off the mark. Another centering pass, kicked through the crease and back up along the near side wall. Another shot, tried to redirect from the top of the crease off of Riley Peterson's stick, but they couldn't do that as it gets lifted in the air, and now it spins its way out to neutral ice and played there by Alex Sprackling. Peterson absorbs a hit from Dustin Welke, and a shot. I don't think that ever got through to Hellenbrand, as the Vikings will bring it out now with Lavicek. Had it taken off of his stick. He'll go and play it first into the corner, and then rolls it around the baseboards over on the far side. Played high off the glass, gloved down by Sanford. That's a bounding puck right in on goal, and Thompson wasn't able to get a glove on it, just kind of stood there. And now it's flipped down to the Viking end, and Chad Clark first to play it. 5:35 to play. Clark still with it. Now touched by Sanford into the Sparta zone. They wave icing off. Little back pass along the far side wall, and here come the Spartans along the outside. Brennan Burkhart tried to get it toward the middle. Now poked off of a stick at the blue line. Austin Sealing gets hip checked out of the play, and it's collected by Baird in the corner. Bounding puck back to Clark at the point. He's able to hold the zone and dump it in the corner. Coming up on 5 minutes left here in the game. Now moving inside of the net. Austin Sealing has it behind the net. Down he goes. Off the backside of the cage, and now the Spartans will start a rush, or try to. They kick it out of the zone. Sam Wallin has it, sends it over to the near middle for Clark, back into the Viking zone with 4:40 to play. Wallin, that's touched by Sunby, but it was behind the red line, so an icing call against Stoughton. Sparta will be on the road at Toma on the 23rd, and then home against Viroqua at Madison La Follette East on the 27th. Home against La Crosse Logan Central, and this is Jared Bauer with a head of steam. Backhand shot goes wide to the right as a couple of players go crashing into the boards in the corner. Centering pass, Bauer couldn't get a stick on it. Penalty coming up, and it's a Sparta penalty. Yet another elbowing call. So with 4:18 remaining in the game, the Vikings will have a power play for a couple minutes. They've converted on 2 power plays tonight.
Spartans, number 25, 2 minutes for an elbow.
Dominic Johnson is in the box for the Spartans. Lavicek, now Sunby down the middle. Sunby out here to the left. Drop pass for Link. They'll throw it back down to the corner for Sunby. Lavicek catches up to it first. And around the far side. Not out though, as Wallin holds his own. And that shot hits, I think it hit bodies, didn't get in front. They're going to try and look at Sunby down the middle. Couldn't get it to him. Quinn Link sends it on a centering pass, but that's knocked away. And the Spartans are able to clear. 3.5 minutes left. Brody Lavicek with it, who has a couple of goals tonight for the Vikings. Long pass ahead to Quinn Link, but it's an offside call. And we've got a penalty behind the play, looked like. Jack Steinhoff is in the box for holding. And so 2 Spartans are in the penalty box now, so it's a 5-on-3 for a minute. Back out to the point. They'll send it over to this side. Ebert winds up. That's a kick save made by Thompson. Quinn Link gets the rebound. Back pass back out to the point. Bounding puck through the slot, and it'll end up over here. 3 minutes to go in the game. And Sunby with it in the circle. And his shot hit a stick. Never threatened goal. Link. And that shot bounces high in the air. It came down at the base of the post. Ebert with a shot. That's wide of the mark. Backhand pass. Blocker pad save made by Thompson. Link has it again in the circle. Moves to the middle. Shot. Save made. And Thompson covers it up. .231 to go in the game. 13 seconds left in the 5-on-3 for the Vikings. Face off in the Sparta zone. James Hansen has it in the corner and behind the net. Back to this side now. 1 penalty for the Spartans is done. Now it's 5-on-4. Bounding puck through the middle. And it comes out to the blue line, held in, but now the Spartans are able to clear it out. Jack Sanford with it. And he overran it. Puck cleared back out by the Spartans, and here's Hansen. Under 2 minutes to play. Hansen, who scored the first goal of the game for the Vikings, will go and play it down to the corner. Pass up ahead to the far side, Sanford. Now Bauer comes in to help out. Bauer, backhand pass down to the boards behind the net. Tried to get it back in front, and that's chipped out of the zone. And we are down to 8, 7, and 6 seconds to go in the power play for the Vikings. Back out to neutral. Both teams are back to full strength now, so both penalties done for Sparta. 1:10 to play. Vikings in front, 4-1. Icing would be called, but they'll wave that off as Clark was able to play it for Stoughton. And we take under a minute to play in the contest. Back out to the point and into the circle, and that'll be tipped away by Quinn Link as he battles for it. And Link with Lavicek on the other side. Link gets tackled, gets back up, shoots, kick save made by Nathan Thompson. And back out to neutral where Clark has it. He'll backhand it into the zone. Lavicek and Brennan Burkhart tumbled over each other, and they wave off any potential goal. Puck never crossed the line anyway. Thompson had made the save, and the whistle blew the play dead. Face-off in the Sparta zone with 28 seconds to go in the third. Face-off won by the Spartans, and it bounces out to neutral. Comes out to Evan Schreier. Back to the middle of the ice. Steinhoff with a shot. Ellenbrand makes a save. To the corner here on this side, and then behind the net. And this one is done. Kind of a weakish horn, but a horn nonetheless, as the Vikings win this one by a final margin of 4-1. And in the third period, just the one goal, Brody Lavicek with a power play goal, and that made the final again 4-1. So with the win, the Vikings improve to 7-11 overall. And of course, they remain 5-4 in the Badger South Conference. And Sparta drops to 4-9-1 overall, and they remain 1-5-0 in the Mississippi Valley Conference. And that's going to do it for us for now. For some of you, we will have girls hockey coming up in a little bit, and for others, more community programming along WSTO TV. And if you stay with us for girls hockey, we'll see you back in a little over an hour. Until then, James Weingart from the Man Center. Thanks to our crew, and thanks to you for watching. We'll see you either later tonight or down the road for more hockey. Till then, James Weingart from the Man Center. Good night from Stoughton. This is going to be an offside. They score. Oh, no, it isn't either. It's a penalty. I thought it was an offside, but it's a penalty. And the Vikings have scored shorthanded. So to the circle. Another nice move, and he scores. Couple of really nifty moves that time by Justin Gibbons up behind the net. And here's a giveaway. Here's Lavicek with a breakaway opportunity now. Brody with a shot and a score. 6:33 remaining, and the Vikings have tied it up.
This broadcast of Stoughton High School Boys Hockey is brought to you through generous support of these WSTO supporters. Stoughton Hospital, a proud supporter of WSTO programming. Stoughton Hospital is a 2010 Wisconsin Forward Award Master recipient, providing exceptional personalized service. Trusted care close to home. Farmers Insurance, Mike Daniels Agency. Proven history of great customer service. Call to discuss a free insurance proposal and discover if he can save you money. Farmers Insurance, Mike Daniels Agency is conveniently located in downtown Stoughton at the intersection of Main Street and Water Street. The UPS store of Stoughton. You can't do it all at once, but you can do it all in one place. 2364 Jackson Street, next to Papa Murphy's. Crest Funeral and Cremation Services, love and concern in action. The three things Crest values the most are service, service, and service. A proud supporter of WSTO programming.
McFarland State Bank, your local, safe, and trustworthy community bank since 1904. Member FDIC.